Hi, I wanted to show the square-shaped candy gumball machine. It's made just like the round one that I showed earlier, except that the base has a square cut out of it, of course. And the piece of acetate is folded. And I made a pattern in the cut files. You'll get, I just cut this out of scratch paper from my cut files, and it ripped a little bit, so I taped it together with washi tape for right now because that doesn't matter. I'm just using this as a pattern or template. You could use your cut file and cut it out of scratch paper, or you could download the PDF template and print it out and cut it out by hand, whichever you prefer. And in the template, and I already folded it, but there are little bitty score marks or hash marks cut out, little bitty cut lines, and you're going to bend that over. You can score it if you want to. I usually just bend it and make these edges flush and then crease. And you're going to do that with all of these, and then here, this one on the end I've left. So I'm just going to bend that over and make sure it's flush. Hold it towards me a second. And crease that down like that. And then I will know how to cut my acetate out of this. That's just easier than trying to put the acetate on the cutting machine for me. So the square base is going to go together just like the round one did, but I kind of messed up on the round one, so let me see if I can do better on this one. I'm going to put glue on that edge and bring it over. Much neater this time. Put glue on this edge and bring that over. And these last two edges. I'm going to do one at a time because if I do more than one at a time, it ends up drying or I make a mess. I hate all these little glue gun spider webs. That's why I usually don't use my glue gun. That, and I don't like to burn my fingers, which inevitably happens. And much neater job this time. Yay. See, very neat. Don't look at this one, but that one is. Those are. Okay, let's try one more time for the bottom one. They've reinforced those fold lines. Like I said, I'm very selective on what bothers me, but I don't like little cobweb things. Can you have selective OCD? That might be what I have. Don't know. Don't know if that's a real thing. Okay, I just did one side. I'm going to do the other side, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that these sides tuck in because it's easier. And I accidentally tore this edge, but hey, it's better to figure it out now than once you put your candy in it, so. Not a mistake, a reinforcement opportunity. That's it. And now my edge isn't pretty anymore. Oh well. Okay, so minus a few little glue spider webs, it's together. It looks good. We're going to do the mechanism part. We do it just like the one for the round machine, and the stand part and the base part, the bottom of the stand, are just like the one for the round candy machine. So for the lid, you have perforation marks on each of the sides and these little tabs on the end. You're just going to put some glue on the tabs. Just for now, I'm going to use the quick dry glue. And it probably doesn't matter for this little bit, but I'm going to put a clip on that. I got more glue than I needed to get. I did emboss the paper before I made that one. I just embossed the lid piece and the base piece. The stand and the bottom of the stand and handle parts don't need it. And you're just making a little box bottom type thing. If you wanted to take the piece that came out of this square opening when you cut your files and put it in here to reinforce, you could. You don't have to. Just up to you. And so we have the lid, and I'm going to make the rosette part, and I'm going to put the metal pieces on the edge on this one. So I have the lid, and I'm going to put the rosette part that I already made right on top. Just kind of make sure you have that centered. Look around on other edges. And now we need to do I'm going to do the bottom of the stand by folding up these pieces, accordion folding them, putting them together, and the stand just the same way that I did the stand for the round one that I showed you earlier. This is my extra piece that I could put in the lid if I want to. And it was what was left over from cutting that out. Okay, for the bottom part, I'm going to accordion fold the two strips that look like this. I'm going to start with one of the half round sections. See, this is halfway around, and that's a little more round, full piece. It's a full rounded piece right here, and this is a half piece. Make a mountain fold from there and fold it up. And when you go to attach the two pieces, this section will fit onto that first section of this one. This is the whole piece. This is the half piece, and it just fits on like that. Hope that makes sense. Let me show you. I'm going to put a little glue there, and I'm going to fit it on there like that. Make sure it's flush. Like that. Then you're going to go to the other end, and you're going to do the same thing. Okay, so I made the ring. I'm going to squish it down. I'm working on my nonstick craft mat. And I'm going to try to make it work. I have it together. Okay, I have that together. I'm going to take one of the small pieces while I have it together and put a dab of glue on the top. And put that in the center, just so it's easier to hold on to. It's not going to be real secure, but it'll be easier to hold on to. Spiderweb thingies for them glue are making me crazy. Or maybe I was already crazy and this just brought it out in me. Okay, then I'm going to turn it over, put a bunch of glue on the bottom, just make sure it's going to be secure. Ah! Put that on, and then I'm going to press it this way so that I'm sure that I get it flat and even. So that's the bottom part of your stand. For the next part, I'm going to get you a little wider. This part, you're going to start with an end that's, they'll be curved, a curved edge on the end, and you're going to fold that up because you want your curved edges to be doing the mountain fold. Does that make sense? There's a curved edge that's mountain. There's the flat edge that's valley. So I'm just going to accordion fold that. And on the other video I showed you a trick on how to fold this on the edge of your table. But since you can't see that and I can't reach the shadow box, I'm just going to do it like this. Whoops. That's why I do it on the nonstick craft mat, so that in case glue oozes out and seeps out, I can just take it off. I probably should have explained that, huh? Okay. I'm going to, while it's all together, I'm going to kind of press it, make sure I got the edges really good. I'm going to bring the curved edges over to the curved edges so that I make sure the curved edges up. We'll put some glue. Just like that. And if I want to, I can clip it. I'm going to find my little pieces that I cut from red, the two little round pieces. And actually I grabbed the wrong one a while ago, but hey, that's why I put an extra one in there. There's an extra one that's not marked, and that's why, because I keep losing them or doing it wrong. Here's another handy little trick. Take a rubber band and put this stand together like that. Take your rubber band and hold it together while you're going to be gluing it. Now, you can only do one side, then you have to take your rubber band off and then do the other, glue to the other side, or you'll have to cut your rubber band off later. So if you want to keep your rubber band, be sure you take it off before you glue the other side on. If it doesn't matter, then hey. I'm just making sure that I have the spokes fairly even going around it. So that's fairly even. I'm going to put some glue down on that dot and put this on top. I'm just holding that down. Last chance to make sure I have this little spoke straight. And you should let it dry a little bit longer. I'm just going to try to go ahead and skip on. Okay, I'm just going to hold it together. If you look very closely, this doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exactly right, but here's what I did. There's a longer section and a shorter section on this end. I'm going to put the longer section down towards the rosette. I'm sure most people wouldn't even notice it, and I'm probably just being strange, but hey, I'm okay with that. going to put that on there. Now, I noticed that, I'm going to let go of it and let it fall. How's that? I'm going to glue that again. Okay, these glue strings are driving me nuts. I did hear one time that you can turn your heat gun on and blow it at it and it gets rid of those, but I'm thinking maybe it just melts it on your project. I haven't tried it. Of course, which would be worse, having little melted glue pieces or little strings? Not quite sure. I go through phases with my hot glue gun. I'll use it for things and then I'll put it away because I'm frustrated with the little strings or I burn myself, and then I get it back out and decide, oh, I need to use this, and then I remember why I didn't use it.